Hi, folks. David Halpern of Mastery Consulting. Just came from a coaching session a couple hours ago with somebody that I've been coaching now for quite some time, who is on pace to earn about, as he said, 400,000 ish this year. Last year was about 250. So terrific year by anyone's standards. But the conversation I had with him was, what's your ultimate goal or objective? And he said his ultimate objective was a certain number of transactions in his profession. And I said, great. How can you get there now? How can you get there right now? In fact, how can you hit that number this calendar year? Which would be something a little more like 600,000, by the way, in terms of number of transactions. And his answer was, well, let me think on it. And I said, okay, there are only a couple places you can go to radically change a business. Let me give you four possible options here, folks. You ready? Possible option number one is you could change your value proposition. In other words, discount your pricing or increase your pricing or add greater value for whatever your existing product is. That's one way you can radically transform your business in a short period of time. So in other words, your menu options for radically improving your business or hitting the next number quickly could come from number one, change to your value proposition. Number two, a change to your marketing. So in other words, this person could do some things to radically change the marketing, bring in more leads, et cetera, which we'll get to in a second, or get help to bring in more leads, or do more practical prospecting, et cetera. We'll get to that. So number two is marketing. Could be database marketing, et cetera. Okay. A third possible menu option for jacking up the business in a short period of time are selling new products or additional products, additional streams of income, right? Some of you can't do that in your profession. Others of you can, right? It could be adding, like some of you know, we're doing in-person coaching. We're also doing group coaching. We're also doing speaking events. We're also running people's databases for them. We're also doing social media for people. We're also doing P&L/bookkeeping for people, et cetera, et cetera. So you can do multiple products, okay? That's a third option if it's available to you. A fourth option here is leverage and delegation. Getting people to help elements of your workload so you're free to do the business building. Now, let's get back to the story. The coaching client I just had, and I don't want to mention names just to respect somebody's kind of privacy and confidentiality, horrific client. Now, he said the two things I would do would be, number one, hire a second assistant, because the assistant would take things off my plate and I could actually handle more. And number two, I would actually hire someone to do my follow-up for me in my database. That's a marketing one now, right? So we said leverage and marketing. And the marketing one was I'd hire somebody to call all of my outstanding leads. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he said, well, I've got over 100 leads that are just waiting there. They're people that are interested, but I haven't gotten back to them. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, right? How many more transactions could you get from that if you, and he said, maybe 10 from that. If I had somebody, that's a lot of income, right? And how much more money would you make if you had that second assistant? He said, well, it would impact my ability to go get more deals a couple a month. And he said a third one. He said, I could also buy leads because they're available in his particular industry. But I need that other person to work the leads for me, right? And that was also marketing. Okay, I said, if you did those three things right now, he said, no, I would hit the 600,000 pretty quickly. Well, how much would those three things cost you? And the answer is way less than the income increase. Okay, folks, my question for you today is, how can you increase your volume radically in a short period of time? And from which of those four menu options would you choose them? Number one, a change to your value proposition, increase or decrease pricing, increase or decrease the value you provide for that pricing. Number two, marketing channels, additional marketing channels to create more leads and appointments and closes. Number three, additional products to add to your offering and income possibilities. Or number four, leverage and delegation, people to join your team and tackle work so you can go and build even more rapidly. Hope this is helpful, folks.